In the delivery business, there's a rule we all know but never speak out loud. If the address doesn't feel right, don't knock. My friend Elias ignored that rule for a $6 tip. He spent 3 nights at house number 97, a house that hasn't existed for 100 years. Elias was a university student, barely getting by. Classes by day, deliveries by night. Most shifts were predictable, the same tired streets going silent after midnight. But for 1 month, a glitch started appearing in the routine. 2:30 a.m., house number 97. It sat at the edge of the city, where the streetlights thin out and the shadows get heavy. An old 5-story block, standing alone like a tooth in a dead man's mouth. The first time, nothing seemed wrong. He rang the bell. An intercom crackled to life.
Who is this?
Pizza delivery.
Put it in the elevator. Press 7.
Elias looked at the building. 5 stories. Why 7? He shrugged it off. But the second time, the third time, the voice was identical. Not similar, exact. The same pauses, the same mechanical hiss. It wasn't an old woman. It was a recording, pretending to be one. On the 4th night, it was raining. The kind of rain that blurs the world at the edges and makes every shadow look like it's moving. 2:30 a.m., house 97. Again. Elias was tired of the pattern. He was tired of the voice. This time, he didn't just place the box on the floor and walk away. Out of a cold, gnawing curiosity, Elias stepped into the lift himself. The doors hissed shut, sealing him inside with the smell of wet concrete and old metal. He looked at the panel, buttons 1 through 5, and there, sitting high above the rest, was a small rusted button with a 7 jaggedly carved into the metal. Not printed, scratched. He took a breath, and he pressed it. The lift didn't just rise, it launched. Elias was slammed into the steel floor as the box shot upward with a force that defied physics. The cables above him didn't hum, they shrieked. The G-force pinned him down, crushing the air out of his lungs. His ears rang with a high-pitched whine, and his stomach felt like it was dropping into an endless abyss. Second after second passed. He was past the 5th floor, the 10th, the 20th. He was going higher and faster than any building in the city could possibly allow. The metal walls began to vibrate, glowing with a dull friction heat. Then, nothing. The screaming stopped. The pressure vanished. Absolute silence. The doors slid open. It wasn't a hallway. It was daylight. But the light was wrong. It was too bright, too clinical, like a sky made of glass. A wide, endless field of grass stretched toward the horizon, glowing with a neon green that hurt to look at. Elias stepped out, his boots sinking into turf that felt like plastic. Behind him, the elevator stood alone. A jagged concrete box dropped into the middle of nowhere. Then he saw her, an old woman in a wheelchair, gliding across the grass. Not rolling, gliding. As she drew closer, Elias's stomach turned. Her face wasn't just old, it was unfinished. One eye was a wet, dark hole. The other was stitched shut with something that looked like wire. Her mouth was a jagged, motionless slit, yet a thin, wet sound was coming from it. She was smiling. In the distance, the 100 figures stopped, every single one of them. In a synchronization that defied nature, they turned. Their bodies were blurred at the edges, their skins sagging as if it were melting off their frames. They didn't walk. They tilted forward and began to slide across the grass. Hundreds of them, and they were all coming for him. Elias dove back into the lift, his hands trembling as he hammered the buttons. He didn't care which one, he just needed to leave. The doors groaned shut, cutting off the sight of those gliding, skin-sagging things just inches away. The elevator didn't fall, it collapsed. He felt his heart hit his throat as the floor beneath him seemed to vanish. Darkness swallowed the box. He woke up in a hospital bed with the smell of antiseptic and the steady beep-beep of a heart monitor. 3 days. 3 days had vanished from his life. His co-workers told him he'd disappeared the night of the delivery. No calls, no GPS pings, just a dead signal. He had been found miles away, face down on an abandoned road near the edge of a deep forest. No one knew how he got there. When he returned home, he opened his laptop, desperate for proof. He searched the maps. House 97 wasn't there. There was only a jagged, blank space of dirt between 95 and 96. He checked the pizza shop's digital logs. No order, no address, no trace. According to the world, that night had never happened. According to the data, Elias had been running from nothing. Elias went back there in the daylight one last time. He needed to see it with his own eyes under a sun that didn't feel like glass. But there was no 5-story building, no elevator, no intercom, just a skeletal pile of collapsed wood and broken stone, half buried in weeds and rot. An old neighbor watched him from across the street. When Elias asked about the building, the man just shook his head. "That place? It's been a ruin since my grandfather's time. A fire took it 100 years ago. Nobody's lived there since." Elias doesn't work the night shifts anymore. He doesn't even like being awake after midnight. He tries to tell himself he had a breakdown, that the field was a hallucination. But sometimes, at exactly 2:30 a.m., his phone vibrates on the nightstand. The screen lights up with a new delivery request. Address, house number 97. He never accepts it. He just stares at the glowing screen until it goes dark. Because he knows, out there, in the silence of that ruin, the machine is still waiting for him to press 7.